So you saw the last video. You'll see that I didn't notice there was a C to the question, and I went through and revised all the other stuff before question 12, and a wee quick run through the paper to kind of just enjoy, finishing. And then I realised, oops. So yeah, there's two videos for question 12 because I spent ages yapping on about all the other stuff, and I completely forgot. But as I always say, I can just rewrite or edit these videos. I quite like leaving some of the mistakes in just to show you that we're all human. It's easy done, but if you do think and you're looking, if you don't spot it first time, you should get it the second time. So I was literally running through my paper the way you should be at the end. And if you missed a question, um, then it's actually easy spotted. I've nearly missed, or was it question? I nearly missed this before as well. Actually, when I was making the videos, there was definitely a paper that a small question like this was kind of tucked at the bottom of the page, and I missed it. So yeah, these things happen, but just take your time, be calm, don't rush, and you'll be absolutely fine. Okay. So hence find algebraically the length and breadth of the rectangle. Okay, so very last question. Exciting times. So the equation is this. So when it says find algebraically, and you see a question like this, basically it's solve for x, but it might as well just say factorize. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Just going to factorize, right? It should just say that factorize. So this is the easy one. There's not a number in front of the x squared, which always makes it a bit harder. It's not completing the square or difference of two squares. This is the most standard method. Okay, so what we're looking for is numbers that add up to give -2 and multiply to give -8. Now, again, the more you practice these, you can just look and say, well, I know what it's going to be. Okay, and we're going to end up with two brackets that are x something and x something. Okay, so just write down your factors of -8. This is the best way to start. So what multiplies to give me -8? Well, -8 and 1. Yeah. -4 and 2. Okay, and then you're kind of back the other way. So, well, right, -2 and 4. Yeah. And -1 and 8. Okay, they're all multiplied to give me -8. And then the same the other way around. But not yeah. Yeah, that's fine. So that's me gone kind of full circle. Okay. So that's the fact. I can't remember what factors in that. We just stuck it right, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay. So now we know those factors. We're looking for a combination that's going to add to give us -2. Okay. So 8 and 1. That's out. Okay. Not all. Ooh, these are looking better though. Okay. So -4 plus 2. Yep. That's our one, isn't it? And just to check, if we did -2 plus 4, that wouldn't work. Okay. So just take your time and go through the numbers for the factors. Okay. Um, if something just pops into your head, if you're struggling, just write them down. Be calm. Have a think. Okay. So what that means is x -4 and x plus 2. And if you want to just check you've done it right, just draw the little table that I said, x -4, x plus 2. That gives you x squared. There's the -8. There's -4x, and there's 2x. So x squared -8, and there's 2x minus 4x, which is -2x. So tick. Okay, so I know that's right. Okay, so I can check it. Now, a lot of people at this point are then going to say, fantastic, x is equal to 4, x is equal to -2, and then run at the exam hall. No. Okay. That is us close to finishing the question, but actually, if you look at the question, it says find out about the length and breadth of the rectangle. Have we worked out the length and breadth of a rectangle? No. We solved this equation. Okay, and again, what we've actually done is there's a parabola, and it's cutting the x-axis at -2 and at 4. Okay, that's all we've really shown actually. All right. Now, is -2 a valid answer when we're working out the length and breadth of a rectangle? I mean, it could be if that was the final answer, but right now we need to put them back in to the original equations to see what's going on. So it's the rectangle we're looking for. So it's 2x plus 1 and x plus 8. So 2x plus 1 and x plus 8. So if we did x was 4, that would give us 9. and 12. Okay. If we did -2, that would give us 2 times -2 is -4 plus 1, which is -3. So I would just be saying that's not valid, actually. It possibly still could have worked out, but that made sense in the end, but no, that wasn't working. So the length in breadth would be 9 and 12. So, what the unit, sorry? Centimetres. So I would just write that. Length and breadth, 12 centimetres and 9 centimetres. Okay, well, let's consult the marking scheme. Okay, so they're not actually they don't care what you call length and breadth for a start, which is good. So obviously you're getting a mark for this. You're getting a mark for your 4 and the -2. So working that out does get you the mark, and the factorising gets you the mark as well. Okay, but the mark here isn't just the final answer; it's to also reject the invalid value of x. So if you put down -3 and something else, you wouldn't have got the mark there. Okay, so you need to make sure that you've thought about it. Okay, at this point I was thinking about saying, well, wait a minute, -2 doesn't make sense for a length, but then I thought, well, wait a minute, that's not the length, that's just part of the equation, so maybe it does still work. And then I quickly did this and thought, no, x -2 plus 8 gives you 6, so that actually still works for that one, but not for that one. Okay, so overall it doesn't give you a correct answer, so that's why we're not going to use it. Okay. So yeah, just a tiny bit of thinking in that one. But again, when you see find algebraically, a quadratic, you're instantly thinking I'm factorizing. Okay, and this is the simplest type of factorizing you can get. Okay, so you would have actually got 2 marks if we're just factorizing. Without even thinking anything about rectangles and lengths and breadths, 2 out of 3, which is great. And just that last mark was for, do you understand what's going on, and stating the answer. Like in English, properly what the answer is, rather than just x is 4 and x is -2. All right, so I talked through the last question before, so if you're interested in a summary of the paper, then I've already done that in the last video, so you can go back and have a little look. But yeah, as I was saying, not a terribly complicated paper. Sometimes there's a few questions, or at least one question where I can think, oh yeah, I can see why that's tricky, but I don't know, there's not a huge amount in this that can really trip you up other than not identifying there's a question on the last page. So when you look for that, don't do it. I did miss a question out. But yeah, there's a lot of algebra in this actually. And if you get a good base of algebra, you'll be able to do an awful lot of these questions, or at least get 1 or 2 marks started off. Okay, so if you're good effort, that means you've probably practiced a lot. If you're still not there, the more you practice, you totally feel yourself get more confident and get better, and you'll just grow and grow. Okay, and you'll realize all these questions are very similar. Okay, so just like anything, like go to the gym, keep practicing, keep doing the same thing, and you're going to get better and better. It's very hard to just dip into these. I'm quite new to this curriculum, and I found that it's been a while since I've done it, and going back to it, it does take me a little bit just to get into the way of thinking about how to present, how to write. I'm sure there's plenty of things in here that you might think, oh, I would have done it differently, and please leave a comment. That'd be great, or get in touch. Just make a comment saying that's wrong, or we've done it that way. This is easier this way. Totally fine, brilliant. Loads of different ways of doing things and thinking about things. And yeah, just even for me, it's been not difficult, but it's not just as straightforward as people think. Okay, you've got to get used to the environment, to the nuances and everything, the idiosyncrasies of what you're doing. So yeah, just get some practice in, and if you had good base of algebra, I think you would have done really well on this test. All right. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope it's helpful. Going to keep posting things. If you want something posted, leave a comment. I'll try and do a separate session on something. And yeah, all the best for your exams. All right. Cheers.